Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Greetings.
everyone.
Welcome to Heart Center Tarot, and welcome to Thursday and Messages for Lightworkers. And of course, with me, I have Val from
Nice to be
Dragonfly
here.
Crystals. That's always such a tongue twister for me. I
It
don't know
is
why.
for a lot of people. It is. When you have to say dragonfly, it it's
I
hard.
don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, you're not the
I
only
don't know
one.
what the problem is, but anyway. So
It's
here we
not
are.
just you.
This is episode 12. And this time around, we really are flying by the seat of our pants because Val and I were discussing different things backstage. And one of the things that we sort of forgot to mention to each other was, what are we going to talk about? So it's like, okay, then we're just, it's time. We're going to go live and we're going to see what comes up. And, share some thoughts, and I'm sure that we'll find something common in them because we always do.
Yeah, that is.
So yeah. Anyway, hey, Cat Mama, thank you for being here,
Mhm.
and just wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping. So this Saturday, I will be over on Amy's Smiling or Amy's Loving Smiling Light.
Amy's smiling love, and yeah,
Okay,
Amy's smiling love.
that's the one. Ding, 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 ding.
We're both on the same show.
Yes, yeah, we both are. So double check our the community page. You'll have the information, and we're just going to sit and chat and toss some cards and see what happens. And then also don't forget to give the channel a thumbs up. Go over to Val's channel, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber to me, you can do that too. We're running a special. It's free. So I heard somebody else use that, and I thought that's perfect. Yeah, it's free. So, and if you'd like to support me and Heart Center Tarot, you can always buy me a coffee through the stickers and super chats and whatever. So yeah, gladly appreciate. I like my coffee.
And it's what, Tim Horton there?
Yes, yes, yes. Up here we have Tim Hortons. We also have Starbucks. Starbucks is a treat. I don't go to Starbucks for coffee. I go to Starbucks for the chai latte or the
Oh, hello, you're talking my language.
yeah,
Chai tea lattes are my weakness, like
yes,
Superman's kryptonite.
yes, yeah, exactly. And that's it for me.
Yeah.
And we've got Pauline here from Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, Pauline. I hope you find this enjoyable. And Annie M. So hello, Annie M.
Hello. Hello,
So,
Nancy. Nancy.
oh, Nancy Samp,
Yeah.
hi. How
Hi.
did I miss you?
Just,
I
it's
don't know how I.
Nancy, you're used to seeing her name.
Yes, I know. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. So, one of the things, Val, that I that I picked up, especially in the last 24 hours from sort of watching some of the different channels,
Mhm.
is the number of people who have um, said that they wanted to start their own YouTube channel. They wanted to, get on and maybe do some pulling some cards and some readings. But they were a little hesitant. And it made me think of, what is it that holds you back from doing what you want to do? If you're being pushed in a direction, that's clearly that's where you want to go. And thank you, Cat Mama. Thank
Aw,
you. I will.
thank you. That's
Uh,
really, that is so
so
nice.
yeah, we let our fears determine what direction we go in.
Right.
And, you know,
I love
really,
I love this subject that came into your awareness, because this is so important, and this happened to me
hmm
because before I started my channel 6 months ago, I was going through this period of time where I just the thought came in my head and I acted. The thought came in my head and I acted. In other words, there was no ego voice, the little
yeah,
mind script saying, oh, but, oh, this,
yes,
oh, that. And I just was acting right from my soul, right
yeah,
from the place. And you know what? It felt so wonderful to do it from a place of that powerful soul presence instead of
absolutely.
fear, any fear based things. I didn't let I didn't have to let, they just weren't there.
We
I
just
was
feel.
so centered in that, in my higher self, that I went and I just get a thought and I go do this. Okay, I'm getting up and I do this.
Yeah,
Did the channel. I started a website. I did all these little things like put my
yeah,
divine blueprint paintings on. I put a whole bunch of crystals and things that I had
yeah,
on my website. And I did all these things without any kind of filter. Then I said, oh, I've got to invite, X, Y, and Z onto my channel. I didn't go, oh, do you think they'll accept? Or, oh, this. No, I went right. I typed up the email, sent it off, and lo and behold, almost every single person came on my channel. And I'm like,
exactly.
Spirit is guiding you. They're not putting roadblocks in front of you.
Yeah,
Don't stop to filter what's coming through.
yeah,
Don't just act. When what is coming through is from a really beautiful, loving place and no harm to anyone, then it's okay.
exactly. Yeah,
Right? So that's how I
exactly.
find myself where I am today, acting
Yes.
from the voice. When the
Yeah.
voice said, when I go, oh, sisters should have 7 members. That was the voice.
Yes.
Lo and behold, sisters have 7 members.
Exactly. Exactly. Those. Hey, Sharon, say
Hey,
when when we get those messages, um, yes, it's important to act on them, and it's important to kind of put ego out of the way.
mhm.
Now, I know that it's easy to say that now as I'm a little older and I've been around a little more, and I've kind of learned to allow myself to grow so that the fears that used to be there, I've recognized have no power over me, so I can let them go. And one of the things when I decided to start the channel, it was someone um, had actually encouraged me and urged me. And I said, I don't know anything about YouTube or whatever. And she said, well, it's really easy. It's really easy. And I was thinking about it one day, and it happened to be my oldest niece's birthday. And I thought, well then, today's a good day to start this. Today's a good day to get on there and just do this. And just to confirm to myself, I did the numerology for the name Heart Centered Tarot and for her birthday, and they, full speed
Lined
ahead.
up. The stars aligned.
The stars aligned. And the thought did run through my mind, okay, well, what if this doesn't work? And then the next thought was, so it doesn't work. Like when I'm out there chatting with people, once I get to know you, yeah, it's okay. But if I'm just reading for people that I don't know, if they disapprove, that doesn't affect my life in any way, shape, or form, because I don't know who you are any more than I don't have that much of an impact on your life until we get to know each other. Then it's a little different, right?
Right.
But there's it's yeah, the old thing about we have nothing to fear but fear itself.
I
Just
I would say that is the main thing to remember is if you're not in your ego and you've pulled your soul self in and you've really anchored it in, and you can feel when you're in one place or the other because the
yes,
mind script, the negative mind script isn't there when you're
yeah,
in that energy of the soul. So what what I would say is um, that whatever you're creating from your soul self is guided by your divine plan. So when you go to do a YouTube channel or whatever you're supposed to do, I say to myself, well, Spirit is guiding me. This is Spirit's
exactly.
channel. This is Spirit's channel. They'll bring the people.
Yep.
They will bring the collaborators. It's
Yeah,
Spirit's
exactly.
channel. And I'm just a conduit. And I
Yeah.
sit here today with it's a nice 400 subscribers after 6 months.
Yes.
And I, it's it could have been one subscriber. And I said to myself, well, that one person needed to hear it,
Exactly.
whatever it was.
Exactly.
I wasn't putting any conditions on anything. It wasn't me.
That's right. That's right. And I think, oh, hi, Jessry. I think um, part of the reason that I really enjoy doing this and doing readings for people and whatnot is there is no ulterior motive behind it. Um, it is I enjoy it. It makes me feel good when I'm able to do that, when I'm able to deliver the messages. And the messages come from spirit. They don't come from me. You're right, Val. It's I'm the messenger. I'm the conduit,
Yeah.
right? It
Hmm.
this isn't something that makes me special. Anybody can do this.
Anybody?
Anybody can do this.
Hmm.
The only difference between me and someone who just bought their first deck of tarot cards
Is
is
you
I
got
have a little more practice.
yeah, a little practice and an audience.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
I
That's it.
mean, it's really when you do something you love and you do something that's guided by spirit,
Yeah,
it's really hard to mess that up unless you somehow get back into your ego. I don't know how, but if you're doing this, you're meditating, you're clearing your energy, you're
exactly.
aligning, you're doing all that. So you're
Yeah,
already going in the right direction.
exactly. And spirit isn't going to throw roadblocks in your way. Spirit isn't going to say, "Hey, how many hoops can we make her jump through?" That's not their job. Their
No, they
job
want
is to be
you to
there.
bring a message out, and they want you to
Exactly.
share. They want you to help read people and help give them messages of hope, inspiration,
Yes.
direction, guidance. Yeah, it's a important. It's not a job, but it is a job because
Yes.
it's important. What you
Yes.
offer is important
Yeah.
um,
It it
to
is,
those.
and that's why you know what, whether all the lovely people that are here right now, or those that are going to watch us in replay, the
Yeah,
message is the same. You're going to receive the message when and how you're supposed to.
exactly. And I often look at our community and the readings that we give, and I think, wow, this community is really all in sync. And you can look at
Yes.
many people's messages and say, oh, that's for me. And it'll be true. It'll be
Yes.
for you. If you resonate, that
Absolutely.
is, also for you. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And so that was kind of the message that I wanted to kind of get across is you're don't hesitate.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate. You don't want to go, and at the end of your life be looking back on things,
I
and you
should
don't
have
want to
worked
say, I
sooner.
wish I did.
Yeah.
I wish I had done it this, or I wish I had done that, right? I want to look at the end of my life and go, oh man, that was a journey. That was a trip, you know?
Absolutely. And you know what? Look at I am older, an older person, retired, and I have a good life. I travel a lot, travel around the world, but here I am
Yeah.
taking my time to do this. I don't make any money from it, nor was I seeking money. It was just a spiritual calling.
Yeah.
So you feel that calling, and that is a direction that you're being led
Yeah.
to through little tiny dribs and drabs. You hear and you feel the call, follow it.
Yeah.
Just like Marina said, you don't want to get to the point where it's toward the end of your cycle on earth and you're going, oh, I should have done that. I wish I would have done that back then when I was 30, 40, whatever. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And it's when we're younger, when we're still sort of maturing as a soul,
Mm-hmm.
there's things that we have to go through, that we have to um, experience, learn, and so on. Where when we're younger, I think we're a little more guided by the ego and can I do this? What will they think of me?
It's
Well,
true. When we get older, we step more into our power and we
yes,
are, as Marina said before, not caring what other people are thinking because
yeah,
we have our message to deliver. And
yes,
it isn't about what somebody thinks about us. It's about the message that's coming through from spirit.
exactly, yeah,
But that
exactly,
is something, it's a beautiful thing that happens as you get older because Marina's right, the cycle of how life goes from like the time
yeah,
you're born to like your 30s or mid 30s, even maybe even to your 40s. There's a lot of karmic things, karmic relationships, things that happen,
exactly.
and you have to go through those learning cycles, those processes to get to this golden age where you allow
Yeah,
yourself to step into your power. It's
yes,
really a beautiful time
it
for
is. It
I wouldn't
is.
change it
And
for
you say you're a little older and you're retired. I don't know that I think we're probably close to the same
oh
age.
no, I'm older than you. You said
Are
how
you?
old you were. You said how old you were one day.
Oh,
Oh man, I'm the oldest person on the.
ah, you know what? Yeah.
I'm older than you.
How old would you
I'm
be if you
older
didn't
than
know how
Allie.
old you
I'm
were?
older than Allie of Heart and Soul Connector. I'm older.
Well,
Let's
that
just
yeah.
say I haven't hit the big 70 yet. It's coming though, but
Oh,
not
that
this
yeah.
year.
Okay, that's yeah. Yeah, it's not like, I'm one age and you're 83.
No, no.
No.
It's
No,
like
no, no. You're
I'm probably a year older than you or something like
yeah,
that. But
you're doing just fine. Just fine. And yeah, we've got
I'm saying no matter
Mary
how old you
Satko
are,
who's in here. And yeah, Pauline, yes, we all strive to tell our own unique story. Exactly, because you never know what someone else might learn from your message,
right? You
right?
have something to deliver. You have something to share, and
Yeah,
it's unique that other people are only going to hear from you and listen, hear it. I mean,
exactly.
people can hear people speak, but when you listen to someone, there's something that resonates, and
Absolutely.
we all have something to deliver, something to offer.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of
Absolutely.
people out there in the chat that are fantastic and should have big channels.
Yes, they should.
And look
Yes,
at
they should.
Allison of Aries Girl Tarot. She absolutely is one of those people who were in the chat the whole time, and she
Yes.
had this beautiful gift and ability to um, read beautiful cards related to
Yep.
astrology and related to love matches. And she's doing that right now on her channel. And I'm so proud of her. I thought, oh my God, she has to. That's why we have her on our channel, Scott and I, on
Yeah.
Transcendental Tuesdays. But that's an example. for all of you to consider
Yeah.
is share your gifts. Don't hide them under um,
Yeah.
a blanket.
Yeah.
Let it
Yeah.
shine.
Exactly. That's what the song says. This little light of mine,
Let it
right?
shine. That's
Yeah.
right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, one of my favorite characters on the Golden Girls was Sophia
Hmm.
because and I said even back then years ago that yeah, you know what, as I get older I want to be like Sophia. I want to, not worry about, somebody saying, "Oh my god, you left the house and you didn't have lipstick on?" Nope. No, I didn't.
I mean, the days of that are gone. I mean,
Totally.
well, they really went when COVID, you had to put the mask on, and nobody
Yeah.
cared if you had makeup on or not because you had a mask over your face.
Exactly. Exactly.
And everybody
Oh,
sat home. Who's going to put makeup on to sit at home?
yeah, I'm not. I'm not. And I think I might have mentioned it to you. I think or it was somebody else. Anyway, it was just before Christmas that I saw. You know how they have those funny socks or whatever that have things written on the bottom of them
Yes,
and whatnot.
right. Yeah.
And there was one, and it said, "If it requires a bra, it ain't getting done today."
Oh man, I subscribe to that. Oh gosh. Amen. My
Absolutely.
YouTube videos like from here,
Yes.
put the
Yes.
sweater on.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
mean, I said to my husband, there had to be well, no rightful woman invented the contraptions,
No. No, that we
the
forced
torture
ourselves into.
devices, torture
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
corset to whatever, you know.
Totally.
Oh,
So yeah, Nancy said it's very true. Yeah, she says early in my Reiki training, I encountered a family whose teenage son was suffering with migraines. And yes, it was absolutely spirit who they needed you and you needed them.
absolutely,
You
absolutely.
know, that's how it works. And for anyone who ever yeah, and anyone who ever doubts that, think back to um, you're having your coffee in the morning and you haven't thought about your friend Susie for eons. You can't remember the last time. And you're thinking to yourself, geez, I wonder what Susie's up to. She just kind of came into my mind. And later on that day, you'll get a phone call from Susie and you'll
Absolutely.
go, I was just thinking about you.
That's
It's spirit.
clairvoyance.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just or claircognizance dropped
It's
in.
a Claire,
It's
whatever
a
it
clair,
is,
whichever clair it
spirit
is
put
that
you
you get it
together.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spirit put
you
you together.
definitely
So
are getting that. Or if you know somebody's going to call and there they are on the phone,
yes,
all those
yeah,
things.
that's happened. Or you'll walk by someone and they're either wearing a perfume or a cologne that takes you back
Yes,
to to a lovely memory that you hadn't thought of for a long time.
it's so true. It can be a memory that you needed to get something from,
Yeah.
uh, something that you either needed to revisit or, something you needed to let go of. It could
Yes.
have been any of those things. So that's very
Yes.
true. Or a song that reminds you of a
Yes.
particular person or time in your life, all those
Totally.
things. Yeah, pay attention to those little signs. Yeah.
Yes, because they are messages from spirit. They're messages from your higher self.
And another thing is when when people say, "Oh, I'm clairaudient," it doesn't always mean that you're hearing voices outside of your ear.
Yeah.
It can be thought words in your head.
Yes.
You know it's not you because they're not saying something you would say,
Yes.
and that may be so subtle, and you put it in with your mind script, and you don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
It's very subtle. So spend some time making
Yeah.
sure that you're that can be some guidance in these thought words. Don't mix it up with your mind script.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, the voice is usually the thought voice is very positive. The other that's not
Yes.
so good. So that's
Yes.
kind of a clue.
Yes.
But
And you're
the
right.
yeah, and the thought voice is quieter, and the mind script is like loud. Are you
Yeah.
sure you want to do that?
Yes.
You
And
don't,
I've often
you don't
said
look good in
yes.
that dress.
Yeah. Yeah. Spirit whispers, ego screams.
Yes,
So
whispers.
yeah. So hi, Mother's Tarot.
Oh, there's Tara.
Hi, Loretta. For those of you who haven't checked out Mother's Tarot, go over and check her out and subscribe. Yeah,
Absolutely.
excellent. And
Absolutely.
Teresa Katak, hey, nice to have you here.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, and was there? I've kind of taken over. Was there? What did you have in mind for
I
today?
just rolling with it. These are all subjects that are near and dear to me, and I think everyone in the
Yeah,
chat could benefit from. Absolutely. I think these are all important topics that we've covered.
yeah,
Um, the
yeah,
only other thing I would add is um, about your um, overall view of what this Earth School is. It might be good to read The Law of One or something of that nature to really get a good concept, if you haven't already, of what this Earth School is about and how it works,
yeah,
because it can really give you the insight to not overreact to drama or things that happen in your life and you're going, oh, there's a bigger picture here, and it'll be revealed to me at some
yeah,
point. And
yes,
understand that you're creating your own future right now. So you're bringing change,
exactly,
you're manifesting in every moment, every thought, word, idea.
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
So yeah,
thoughts become things. Choose the
thoughts,
good ones.
choose the good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's pretty important. And don't, I would say, don't deny your spiritual gifts, because if I
yeah,
would have started and not been so, I was overwhelmed in my 20s, and I belonged
yeah,
to a mystery school where they really doing this Kundalini yoga practice opened up my
yes,
connections. And I was like, I was clairaudient hearing outside of my ears. And that I said, no, I can't do this.
yeah,
I stopped and shut it all down. And oh, I
yeah.
just, no, it was too much for me. So if I
But it
had,
came back up when it was supposed to, when the time was right.
if I had just kept on with it, I would have had, um, it would have been a different timing for me. But I think there was a lot more ego fear in me at 28, 29
Yes,
than there is in this age. I don't
exactly.
really have any, I don't have that fear
Yeah,
based stuff.
yeah,
So maybe this was the perfect timing.
exactly, exactly. I think one of the benefits as we get older is that you can look back on all the things that you were afraid of that when they happened were not nearly what you conceived in your head.
Yeah. Oh
And
gosh, yeah. Good
yeah,
point. Yeah.
so you can now I can say, well, okay, if I do something, if I start this channel, what's the worst thing that could happen? Nobody listens. Okay.
It didn't hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
The
okay. So
world
then
didn't crumble.
that's right. It didn't fall apart. Nobody is calling me saying, "Hey, listen, you really dropped the ball on that one." So And I've often said
That's funny.
to my son, he was designing a few things on the computer, and he designed this particular part
Yeah.
for one of the things that he uses because he's totally into airsoft, and and he tried it and it broke, and he said, "Look, the first time I put it on there and it broke," and I said, "Good, now you know where the weak spots are."
Exactly. That's how life is.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just keep on trucking. Oh,
yeah,
that's where I have to revamp this, or that's how
yeah.
I have to reframe this in my mind, or that's how I have to approach my boss now. You
That's
learn to navigate
yeah,
the world, and you just keep
absolutely.
putting one foot in front of the other, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it in the end it all works out. In the end, it
So
really truly does all work out. And yeah, you're absolutely right too about this community. It has been so welcoming, so encouraging, um
loving.
so loving that it's yeah, doing these things, getting on here is not only for the people out there, it's for me. I like how it makes me feel,
Of course.
you know?
I mean,
And
you're exchanging that positive, beautiful energy with everyone. Of course,
yeah, it
it's
just
good stuff, right?
yeah. Yeah, there are times when I'm done, I get off of here and it's like I feel like I'm vibrating. Like,
Me
okay,
too.
all
Yep.
right, yeah, just have a glass of water, sit down for a minute, because it's such a high energy and it
Right.
feels so good that you just want to keep on doing it
That's
over and
true.
over and over again.
That's
So yeah,
true.
this is one of those, if you want to call it, addictions that I encourage.
Exactly. It's a good one.
Yeah, totally,
I mean,
totally.
I don't think my husband quite understands it, but he's like,
That's
thank
okay.
goodness we're both independent and he has his own things he's interested in. So he's in his man cave while I'm doing this.
Yeah, doing this, and that's fine.
Yep, that works
That's
out
fine.
for us.
Wonderful.
Yep.
So now that we have all you wonderful people in here,
Hmm.
is there anything that any of you wanted to talk about that you um, were, were willing to hear words of advice or whatever you've got to say? It's just as important as anything we
Hi,
do.
Bora Bora.
Hey, Bora Bora, how are you? Okay, so shall we can do a card um, for the collective and see how things are going so far, and just on my other side, which really into the political tarot, that's kind of my little forte, um, just to make sure that everyone understands that um, things are not as bad as you are being led to believe. Things are
I
The
agree.
world is not falling apart.
Totally agree.
Particularly when it comes to the politics, and we're dealing with male egos more than anything else. So sometimes each one of them has to
Position
kind of puck
themselves.
themselves up, and it's it's almost like watching little boys, right? When they're in the playground, and it's like they're watching all the other ones, and it's someone else has a bigger truck, and well, I have a bigger shovel. It's that kind of thing.
The posturing,
Yes, exactly. So you know what? Yes, things are happening in the world. Um,
but they're
there's
all
things that
going
we
to
can
for a good
watch.
purpose. Oh,
Exactly.
it's all
Exactly. All this has to happen. You can't identify where the weak spots are until they come to light.
absolutely.
And when we identify them, we can get rid of them. So,
Absolutely, 100%. And I think that's a really, really, really good point to make because the doom and gloom scenario is unnecessary. We are we have already passed the point where we were going to destroy the earth.
oh,
Um, so we have already become the level of humanity that isn't going to destroy themselves in this
yeah,
cycle. So we should be happy. Now it's cleanup time.
yeah,
All of the old has to go so that the new higher
yes,
frequencies of light can come in. And so the old guard who wanted to control everything monetarily.
yes, yeah. Because you listen to who's talking about the gloom and doom?
Mhm.
Old white guys.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, but it's true. It's
Yeah,
these are the people of trying to run the world,
yeah,
and they're the very, very rich white
yes,
men. I'm sorry, Ben.
exactly, exactly. And as awful as it may sound, but ultimately it's true.
No,
They're not going to live forever.
no, they are not. And ultimately, that is
Yeah, and
absolutely true.
they're closer to the end than they are to the beginning. So, I my I just wish for all of them to have as pleasant a passing as they could, as soon as
Absolutely.
they could. Yeah.
Um, and I would wholeheartedly agree that they've done a really good job at what they were here to do, and they may
Yes,
cross at their earliest convenience
that's right. Yeah.
as in their
Your
highest
job is
good.
done. Well done. Well
Well
done.
done, well done.
You you can go.
You can go now.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Captain Morgan's here. Hi,
Oh, hey, Captain Morgan. Again. I think he's following me.
Captain
You know.
Morgan,
Yeah.
Captain Morgan, the pilot.
Yeah.
We are not going to
And
say
Thomas. Hi,
anything else.
Thomas.
He's a pilot.
Is he? Oh, how nice.
Well,
He's a man of
I
many,
don't know if it's
many
air or
talents.
boats, but we're calling him Captain Morgan because he's a pilot.
Nice. Nice. That is fantastic.
Because we are respectful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, folks.
Is it a good reading? I hope.
Well, you know what? I think it starts out very good and it continues, but this is a great way to absolutely start out. And it says, "Welcome abundance into your life."
Oh, nice.
And it says, "Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges."
Oh,
So there you go, folks. You just put it out there and then let it go. So the next card was what we've been talking about. Trust the guidance you're receiving.
wow.
And the message there is Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I am also present to clear away your worries so that you can trust your divine guidance.
Wow.
And the last one is someone new is coming.
Ooh.
Aha. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your
Oh,
mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life.
oh, that's beautiful. I was just laughing because Captain Morgan said I could still talk about rum. Thank you. Thank you for that, Captain Morgan.
It rhymes good.
I do like, you know why I like rum? Because rum is made out of sugar cane. And I have a sweet tooth. So of course
Uh-huh.
Rum is my preferred sugar drink.
Ah,
I
nice.
don't drink very often, but when I go like to Cancun or wherever,
Yeah.
Cabo, I do have drinks.
I
So,
think,
did
yeah,
you have
my
did you have any more cards, Marina?
no, no,
Oh,
that was it. I stopped at
that
that. It
was
was
awesome.
it
I mean,
was
no, it was good.
yeah, like listen, when you get good messages, stop.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree 100%. You don't want that extra card.
yeah.
Um, I've got, I'm trying to put this in your screen.
Ah,
Busy, busy times and multitasking. So,
nice.
yeah, and it says, take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. They must be talking to me because I somehow am always busy, probably because I don't schedule myself well. But again, give it up to God. Give it to
Yeah,
God. Don't carry all the burdens. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, release this situation to God or divine source for healing and answers.
yeah.
Um, and I've been getting this all day and for the whole week Gaia activation codes. So this must be something that all of us are uh, going to, in meditation, call in this because we're getting some kind of
Yes.
upgrade, an update in our bodies in connection to Mother Earth. So this is probably so we can ground well to Mother Earth. New codes of light and information coming in. And I don't know
Absolutely.
why I keep getting this and I don't show anyone because some people have a negative connotation with this. And I'm going to have to sit and understand this. But the Anunnaki light codes, um, energetic shifts, new information, and end of a cycle. So the Anunnaki were supposed to be one of the ET groups who came in and seeded the earth in the beginning and are part of, they say, the reptilian kind of thing. Uh, I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems to be an ending of a cycle for that. So maybe that's what we need to concentrate on because the next card is milk and honey.
Yeah.
So I think our reptilian brains are shutting down, and the whole thing is that's an old cycle that has
Yes.
finished. It's
Yes.
completed.
Yes.
Just like the people who are running the world with their money, with their dark money and whatnot. So remember this milk and honey.
Exactly.
See
Yeah.
that rainbow? Everything you need to live a beautiful life.
Yes. And there is enough for everyone. There is no lack out there, right? Um it's just a matter of accessing it. I think that's kind of the message. When you think about
Mhm.
the all the folks out there who have got, millions and millions and billions of dollars, if all that money went into one pot and it was divided between all the people that are on earth, nobody would lack for anything. And I think that's where we're ultimately going to, is to where we are more centered on what we can do for the other person than we are on what we can do for ourselves. And the more that you share, the more that you will have to share. So it's yeah, you're absolutely right. Um that reptilian mind is it served its purpose.
It,
We needed it in the beginning. It
in the
served
beginning,
its
for
purpose.
survival,
Yeah,
we needed that reptilian brain. But now, we've we've gone to higher frequencies. We aren't the bloodthirsty killing people
That's
going
right.
out and hunting and gathering like that.
Yeah.
So we've evolved through all
Yes.
this time to being heart-centered beings and calling in higher frequencies of
Yeah.
light. And resonating with that is keeping the flow going. And
Yes.
we're just not only is Mother Earth evolving, and at the same time we are. Aligning
Exactly.
with Mother Earth is a really important thing right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I like Thomas' comment. We aren't light seekers, we are mindset expanders. Yes, absolutely.
It's really
Right.
true that everything exists inside you now. You aren't lacking anything, not
Yeah.
one thing. I'm sorry for my gardeners are here making noise, but you aren't lacking anything at all.
Yeah.
You came in with everything, and there is just, even to the point where the veil is not even real. It's an illusion where
Yeah.
we have a barrier between us and other dimensions, or in the heaven planes and us. And everything within us, every God particle is in every piece of our DNA.
Exactly.
The whole is in each cell. So imagine that. It's like a universe inside of you, or a multiverse. Picture it like
Totally.
that. Yeah.
Totally. I was reading last night as just, before I went to bed.
The
Uh,
blower.
yeah.
I'm gonna mute you, Todd.
Yeah. Well, how well do you pay, Captain Morgan? so, so what I was reading was coming from NASA, and the I think it was NASA. It was the Webb um, uh, Explorer microscope, whatever it is, where um, they have gone deeper into the universe and further back than they ever thought that they could. And the article was saying that they have discovered, like, I think 6 of these mega galaxies that were there 15, 16 billion years ago, and how the discovery of this is going to force the scientists to rethink about the size of the galaxy and just how vast it is, and so on. So, yeah, think about how far we have progressed in all the galaxies, all the stars, all the planets that are out there, that are so vast we cannot even comprehend. I think it was something like, they said, sextillion, which is 100 billion times 100 billion or something, or billion times a billion. Anyway, it's huge. And we're going to sit here and we're going to think that we are the only ones that have intelligent life. Talk about
I
hubris.
I totally agree with you. I mean, yes, hubris. We I'm going to mute again right now, but no, I mean, in a second. I just wanted to say I totally agree with what you're saying. We're This is a multiverse. We
Yes,
and listen, beyond the multiverse are probably more multiverses, and I mean, we have no concept. We have no way
exactly.
to frame this.
Yes,
Um, and again, I go back to the idea: is this a holographic universe?
yes,
Because it's the strands and strings and symbols and sacred geometry and
yes,
mathematics.
yeah,
That's what this is. Well, is this like the Matrix, where everything you think, say, and do translates into what's going
yes.
to be in front of you? Well, what kind of program would that be? It's an
Mhm.
interesting thing to think about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, Mother Terra says, yeah, we have not reached a level 1 civilization yet. No, we haven't.
No, we haven't. Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
And Captain Morgan said, no, so many intelligent lives.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
It's really teeming with life. We have no, we have
No,
not been allowed to know
yes,
everything, but we hopefully will soon be at least
yes,
have some reveal to to that greater multiverse. So
yeah.
we'll
You know
see.
what? We will when the time is right, when we are ready for it. And when the time is right, it will be revealed. And then we can carry on from there. We can become a much, much better world.
Because don't you? I mean, this is a sad thing about human nature, but when you have someone else that's bigger than you come in, all of a sudden you all band together because
Yes.
there's this bigger force. I mean, it's sad because we should all be
Yeah.
one community of love. I don't care where we come from on Earth or
Yeah.
extraterrestrial. But yeah, I think it will band us together more cohesively and
Absolutely.
get us to look outside of our own little tiny microcosm into the big,
Totally.
macrocosm of life. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yes, Nancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like,
Only if you are doing all the work. It's typical, but you know what? You do it anyway. You do it because it makes you feel good to do it, and you're a person of integrity, and um, that's what the project is, and you're going to do the very best that you can. You don't worry about who did more than who gets credit, who whatever. It's just
I think it's a matter of being self actualized. You come
yes,
in, you see what needs to be done, you go
you
forth and
do it.
do whatever needs to get done. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
All righty. So does anybody have any questions? Anything that you want us to cover? We're at 52 minutes, and we don't have a time limit, so it's not like it it does not disintegrate like on Mission Impossible, right? So if
Now I
you've got some
hear
questions,
impossible music.
yes. Do, 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 do,
Do,
do.
do, do, do.
Oh, love that. Love that.
Yeah, I used to be glued to that TV show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And oh, funny little side thing, but yesterday when on Sisters, when we were chatting about doing things and whatnot, and at one point I remember thinking about Sheldon from Big Bang Theory,
Yeah.
and I thought, you know what, there there was one guy who who was so honest that you were shocked by some of the things he said, but then when you thought about it, it was like, well, you were invited to such and such a place. Why didn't you go? I didn't think I'd like it.
He was like that. But he was just this nerdy, awkward person, socially awkward, and he'd just say the truth, which
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
no filter. It just
No
came
filter.
out, and I thought, oh yeah, that's right. That's Sheldon. If someone says, hey, would you, we're doing such and such. Did you want to come along? I don't think I'd like that. No, that doesn't sound like fun to me.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, what would we be like if we were in the other dimensions where they are telepathic and all connected? And
Yes.
supposedly, here's the thing, you can't, there's no lying or anything because everything you feel is known by everyone, whatever you're thinking. And on the earth, we are still all connected, but a lot of us don't realize it. The connection is there. And so
Yeah.
everything we think, say, do, or feel is felt by everyone else in the collective, in the connection.
Exactly.
So it never changes. It's still the same, but we don't realize it. because we think somebody can't hear our thoughts. Well, it's still energy. It's still
Exactly.
connected out there. Think of
Okay.
the grid, system that we have,
Yeah,
and like geometry, we're all connected.
exactly. Okay. And now,
Oh, messages.
after, yeah, I believe that everyone has to answer for themselves in the end. What comes around goes around. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, it isn't even a matter of answering for yourself, because you're your own judge, jury, and everything. So
Yes.
when you cross, you see your life review and you feel the pain, or you feel whatever the joy that you've brought, the pain, the sorrow, whatever. It's your life review and your
Yes.
feeling. You're reviewing yourself.
Yes.
There is no judge or jury up there that sits there
No.
and grades you. No, it's you. And
Yeah.
you could gather from this lifetime those things that you have garnered, and it
Yeah.
it becomes part of source,
Yeah.
because source, the big beauty about source is it sent all of us out here little sparks of itself, so it wanted more of itself, to love itself, to love
Exactly.
everything. So there you are.
Exactly. Okay.
Quick
Hold on.
little
I see there was, um,
bow philosophy.
and you're right. You're absolutely right. Mother's Tarot. Okay, so Loretta wants to know, is my ancestral origin from the Palladian star system? Um, I don't have to pull a card to tell you that yes, but let's just do it. Um, and I'm going to use the Star Seed Oracle for that. But yes,
I feel like you have also not just a Palladian, but you have, and I keep getting this. I got this the other night. You have Lyran. I probably pronounce it wrong. Lyran or Lyrian.
Lemurian.
No, Lyran. Lyri.
Oh, Lyrian. Yes, 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 yes,
Lyrian.
yes. The
I feel
lions.
for
Yes,
you as well. Um, Mainly Palladian, but Lyrian as well.
yes,
Look into that.
yes.
Those seem to be two that are working groups working with you.
Okay.
And they keep coming through for some reason. I've never even looked them up. I don't even know anything about them, but they apparently are stepping forward.
Uh-huh. And it's funny that that you were picking up on somebody else. Well,
Hmm.
because I got the jump in card.
Oh.
And it says Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah. And the void
Oh, wow.
is stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. And the
Wow.
last one is wait.
So, you must have Andromedans as well. So it sounds like you have quite a lineage that is just more than one dimensional. It's a lot. There are a lot
Yes.
more. And those groups would probably step forward to work with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just call on them. Just call on them. What did you get, Val?
Well, I got forgiveness heals. So it's
Mm,
time to release repressed anger. It's blocking your health and happiness. Multifaceted. So there are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you are asking about. So really what this is there are so many layers to you, to who you really are. When we're talking about a multidimensional being,
yes.
that's what that is referring to. And the next card is your spiritual path. So they're pointing you to this, your your soul star activation, fulfilling contracts, remembering who you are. And what are we doing? We're putting all these
Yeah.
star family beings in front of you, the Andromedans, the Lyrians, and you already know about the Palladians. So they are groups that will work with you. They're in your ancestral origins.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. And we've got Marcia. You
Mark,
two ladies are wonderful. Thank
oh,
you.
you,
Thank you.
grandmother.
Message from her grandmother.
What's your grandmother's name, Marcia? See if she's still here. See if I can tune in.
Angels and ancestors. Okay. Excuse me.
Is it your maternal grandmother? And she's showing me, I don't know why, sparkly ring or sparkly earrings, something sparkly. I don't know why she's showing me that, but it would be helpful if I had her name just to tune in more strongly. I think she's saying you're sparkling like a jewel. It's a metaphor for, I think she's proud of you and she's just acknowledging you in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. She is very much looking out for you and guiding you. She
I
is your,
own it.
yeah,
Okay.
your heart guardian. Is you can Iona. Okay. So she is
Oh, wow.
yeah, she looks after you, particularly with matters when it comes to the heart. She's the one that always sort of pops into your mind when you're thinking about making decisions and whatnot. Because I also got spring, which is see your seeds grow. And so I got the feeling that, yeah, you've probably reached out to her. Um,
Oops, sorry
and
about that.
no problem. So yeah, you have reached out to her and she's letting you know she's got you, she's got your back. It's going to work out. And she was a wise one, right? This is grow within your current situation. So she's encouraging you, and yet she wants you to make your own path, like, sow your own seeds. go on your own journey and take chances. Just take chances. Just do it. Just just do it.
And when I tuned into her name, she showed me her hands out like this, and inside her hands was this glowing lotus flower with
Oh,
light flowing out of it. So it
yeah,
matches. It gave me the chills. It's matching everything Marina said.
oh,
Really, this is you blossoming. So that sparkly jewelry thing that I saw was all about
yes,
your
yeah,
light. And the
yeah,
lotus flower that's blooming is you and this
yeah,
light coming out. And she's showing that, and she's working with you as a loving grandmother can, just like Marina had said. Yeah.
that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Okay, well, I hope I
I
didn't miss.
did one more thing. I did see she's in a green dress, and it gave me the feeling, and the lotus flower was blue. It gave me the feeling of green is healing, it's heart energy. I feel like you are a big healer and you can bring this in. The blue of the lotus was a start throat chakra. So speaking is a powerful thing for you, being
Yeah,
able to really move a lot of energy when you speak, meaning you're powerful. Everything that comes out of your mouth and will move people in a good way.
absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes the um, the best things we can share with people are stories because they can the ones that it will resonate with know what the message is and what to do with it. And so, yeah. And Jesri, she said, and this will be the last one that we'll do. May I ask a question? I did a meditation yesterday and tried setting an intention for it. Will it come to fruition? It will if you set the intention and you believe it. If you're looking for validation, then no, it won't. You have to believe it with every ounce of your being, and then you'll
And,
be able
and
to
let
do
me just give you an example. I went to a healing session, with Zoom yesterday or the day before. My mind's Swiss cheese, but
it. Yeah.
yesterday. And I asked for a particular thing, particular type of activation. And I was told it's already done. In other words, the minute that my guide said to me in meditation, "Oh, this is what you should ask for," and I wrote it down, it was already being done. That's how fast you can manifest. Trust
Yeah.
yourself, trust what you're
Yeah.
doing, trust your intuition, trust all of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you have put it out there. You don't look to confirm. You don't tell the universe how to do its job. Stay in your own lane. You've already done what you need to. So yeah,
Don't second guess anything like
no,
that, because that's your power.
yeah,
Who you are. You're the spark of divine source.
absolutely. And hey, warrior girl, you arrived just in time so that we can say and goodbye. But at least you made it. At least you made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Intentions are we set cannot harm or interfere another life path from Thomas. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it has to be the intention has to be for something for everyone's highest possible good. Yeah.
Absolutely. Always, I always like to hear that in someone's intention for my highest possible good. I try not to make intentions about other people. If
Yeah.
I wanted to have something good or good energy happen, I really am liking Tom T. Moore's most benevolent outcomes. And because
Yes.
it's for somebody else, I throw in, I request a most benevolent outcome, and I ask any and all beings of light to assist X, Y, and Z person in
Yes.
this situation. Thank you. And you
Yes.
just hand it over to the angels to help.
Yes. Yeah.
My intentions are always about myself.
And Warrior Girl says, hello, goodbye. Was it the Beatles?
Hello.
I think it was. Yeah, we've been on an hour and 10 minutes. So,
We don't
yeah,
want to go stale. We reach our maximum freshness.
yes, yeah,
Right?
yeah. And you know what? I think we had an extremely good discussion for not having anything to discuss.
Absolutely 100%. I
So,
like
yeah, that
going
was
conversation and
wonderful. So I thank you all for being here. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to Val's channel. If you look down in the description, you'll see there's a link you can follow to her channel to do that. Yeah. And on Saturday, if you look at the community boards, you'll soon see, yeah, Val and I are going to be joining some other wonderful ladies on Amy's smiling, or no, Amy's smiling, loving light.
something like that. It's very
Something. It's
if you just start typing in Amy's, it'll come up.
yeah. It should come up.
It does.
So anyway, that having been said, yeah. Thank you for being here. Love knowing that you're out there. Love sharing this energy with you. So,
I just want to throw one more thing out there.
Of course.
Everyone, I'm getting Lisa Smith back from Spirit
Nice.
Intuitive Tarot on Monday.
Nice.
At 1 Pacific time and 4 Eastern time. So it's going to be a good connection this time.
Excellent. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And on Wednesday, we will see you on Aries Girl channel for Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. And next Thursday, we're on Val's channel doing the messages for light workers.
Yeah, and I get 13.
Oh.
It's a number for me because my son was born December 15th, so it's good.
Perfect. All right, everyone. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.